this is Wednesday 1.12 or 1.12. All right, so we've got another upper body day. You're gonna need dumbbells. All right, so our main lift for today is the overhead press, all right? So the overhead press, we did push presses earlier in the week. Today's an overhead press, and the difference is you cannot use your legs on this one, okay? It's strictly in the upper body, all right? So you need your dumbbells. Abs are in nice and tight. I'm gonna stand with my knees soft, but my pelvis is tucked under, core is engaged, and I'm gonna press those dumbbells up, okay? So unlike earlier in the week where we could do this, there is no legs in this at all. It's straight what you can press in that upper body, okay? My positioning, make sure I am not arching my back when those weights are up over my head. Keep that pelvis tucked under, the glutes are tight, the knees are soft, abs are engaged, and you drive that weight up, okay? Keeping your elbows nice and wide and drive up, all right? So that is our overhead press. Our next movements are front delt raise, all right? So for this guy, I want you thumbs up, okay, with your weight. So shoulders are back, chest is high, abs are nice and tight, and you're gonna squeeze the front of that shoulder and raise the weight up. Don't swing it, okay? Don't swing. Think about the muscle again that we're working right here, the front of the shoulder. So shoulders roll back and down. Squeeze that weight up and lower it down nice and slowly with control. Squeeze up and lower down, okay? Your front delt raise. Then we're gonna hit the outside of the shoulder and we're gonna do a lateral delt raise. So when you do this guy, I want you to think about getting the biggest wingspan as possible at the top of the movement, okay? So you want to get your arms as long as possible when you get them up. So shoulders are back and down, abs are nice and tight. As I'm lifting, I'm thinking about extending those arms out as far as I can and then controlling the lower back down. Squeeze up and get long, like I'm trying to touch both hands on either side of that wall and then lower back down, okay? This should all be in the outside of this shoulder right here. Again, don't swing it and use momentum. Think about what you're doing. Think about the muscles you're working. Shoulders back and down. Squeeze the outside of that shoulder and raise and reach. Get super, super long at the top and lower down, okay? That's your lateral delt raise. Next, we have a hammer curl overhead press. Hammer grip is just neutral grip, like you would hold the handle of a hammer, okay? So we're gonna hold the weights like this. Shoulders are back and down. Curl them up, drive up over the head, lower down, squeeze those triceps to lower it down. Again, thinking about the muscles we're working. Squeeze that bicep curl, drive that overhead press, lower back down. Now squeeze the triceps to extend the arms down, okay? A lot of people will just swing through the movements like this. Again, we're using momentum. Slow it down, think about the muscles you're working, and put your mind in those muscles. So squeeze, drive, lower, squeeze it back down, okay? Hammer curl, overhead press. Next you have push-ups. Already went through push-ups. We did those on our other upper body day, military push-ups. You guys know how to do that. And then we have floor presses, okay? So this is just a chest press supported on the floor. It's typically what I find is you're able to do a little bit more weight with the floor press than doing it on a bench because you're supported all the way down and it's like your spotter, the floor is. You don't have to worry about dropping those, the weights being too heavy and you're not able to hold it or control it when you lower it down and then you lose it and you end up tearing a shoulder or something like that. So we have the floor behind us the whole way and you're able to push a little bit more weight because you got a little more confidence because you're laying on the floor, okay? So on the floor, elbows out wide like this at shoulder height, abs in nice and tight, brace that core, drive those weights straight up and lower down. Again, right to where the elbows hover right above the floor, drive and squeeze, okay? Nice, heavy, challenging weight, keeping that core engaged the whole time, all right? Then onto your core, we're gonna do Russian twists and Supermans. So Russian twist, I'm gonna show you a couple variations to do it, depending upon what level you are, okay? So beginners with Russian twists. Feet on the floor, but lean back so that core is engaged. Clap your hands together and rotate and tap those hands on the floor side to top side. Get that big shoulder rotation, okay? Don't just do this. Big rotation, slow and controlled, just like that, okay? Now, if that becomes easy, take the feet off the floor. And then still getting that rotation side to side, all right? That becomes easy. Add a weight. Drop the feet back to the floor, hold a nice challenging weight, lean back, tap that weight side to side. That becomes easy. You can either increase the weight or take the feet off the floor and then tap side to side, okay? Both increase the challenge of the movement, all right? So there's your Russian twist. Next, you got Supermans. Supermans, you're gonna lay flat on your belly, okay? Arms are extended over our head, legs are behind us. I'm gonna squeeze my glutes and my lower back to raise my hands and my feet off the floor. I'm not just gonna lift my hands and feet off the floor. Again, thinking about the muscles that we're working, okay? Right here, I'm gonna squeeze as hard as I can, slowly lower down. Don't just squeeze and plop to the floor, okay? You work both the concentric, the contraction, and the eccentric, the lengthening of the muscle. Work both. Squeeze up, lower down. Squeeze up and lower down, okay? Those are your Supermans. All right, that is your 1.12 workout.